दृष्टुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्. We were discussing balancing chemical equations by partial equation method. We have taken some reactions involving potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate and concentric acid. So in all these reactions, most often students, they opt to remember the reactions. But I have been impressing upon you, let us think what product it can form. If we try to find out the product by taking the reactants, then it will be easy for us to balance the equations. So in balancing equations, I have told you we are following a very simple method, SAM, S-A-M. We write the skeleton equation, which is obtained by writing the substances by their symbols or their formulae, whichever is required. Then we balance the number of atoms on either side, the reactant and product. We get the atomic equation. Then, if necessary, we make it molecular by representing the elementary gas molecules in their molecular state. In such cases, we may have to multiply by 2 to make it molecular. So, in partial equation, many reactants are reacting. So we will be balancing equations, we will write the equations for each reactant, then get the atomic equation for each reactant, then we add up, and while adding we cancel out the equals present in the left side and right side. Now I'll come to today I'll do some more reactions of potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. These are the substances we will very much using in our different places in practicals, so also in theories while studying different families, the boron family, carbon family, nitrogen family, oxygen family and halogen family, both in first year and second year. If we try to balance them now, whenever it is required, it will be easy for us to study the preparation and properties of the compounds. So let us take potassium permanganate. So potassium permanganate, KMnO4, is a very good oxidizing agent. Very good oxidizing agent means it has the ability to produce nascent oxygen. What is oxidation? Oxidation is a process which involves addition of oxygen. Then what is oxidizing agent? The one which brings out oxidation is an oxidizing agent. The one which brings out oxidation is an oxidizing agent. So potassium permanganate is a very good oxidizing agent in acidic medium, alkaline medium and neutral medium. So we are studying the reactions. Today we will study the reactions in acidic medium. In acidic medium, it's a very good oxidizing agent because it produces 5 nascent oxygen to carry out the reactions. So when you come to the potassium permanganate, as I am refreshing your memory, which I have done in my last class. In potassium permanganate, in acidic medium, suppose we use the acid, dilute sulfuric acid is the medium. Dilute sulfuric acid as the medium. So then what happens? How this potassium permanganate? Now the potassium permanganate, as I told you last class, it has three elements: potassium, manganese, oxygen. Potassium and manganese both are electropositive metals, and oxygen is a non-metal, electronegative in nature. So when it reacts, the potassium, between potassium and manganese, potassium is placed in group 1A of the periodic table, is more electropositive than manganese placed in group 7B of the periodic table. So potassium will react with oxygen to form potassium oxide. Manganese will react with oxygen to form MnO, and rest of oxygen comes out. This is our skeleton equation. We got the skeleton equation. I told you the skeleton equation is one we get by writing the reagent substances, chemical substances, by their symbol and formulae. So this is the skeleton equation. We will make it atomic. So how many potassium are there? 2. So we multiply potassium by 2. We have 2 Mn, so 2 MnO. So we have 8 oxygen left side, so 5 oxygen we get here right side. So this is the atomic equation of potassium permanganate. Then comes potassium oxide is basic, is a metallic oxide, is basic. MnO is a metallic oxide, is basic. So the acid, we have sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid. So will react with potassium oxide. Both acid and base, they will react to form salt and water. So K2O plus sulfuric acid will produce K2SO4, potassium sulfate plus water. So this is the skeleton equation, and also atomic equation is balanced. Then comes, we have MnO, manganese oxide, plus sulfuric acid. So here manganese is valence state plus 2, oxygen minus 2, hydrogen plus 1, sulfate minus 2. So manganese sulfate, they will form MnSO4, manganese sulfate plus water. So how many MnO are here in this? 2 MnO. So we will multiply the whole equation by 2. So now we add. So K2O, K2O will cancel, MnO, MnO will cancel, and we get 2KMnO4 plus 3 sulfuric acid will form K2SO4, 2MnSO4 plus we have here water, and here 2 water, 2 water, 3 water plus 5O. Now you see, this is stable salt, this is stable salt, this is water. Who comes out? 5 atomic oxygen comes out. So we'll say now potassium permanganate, KMnO4, in acidic medium subscribes 5 nascent oxygen atoms, 5 nascent oxygen atoms. So is an useful good oxidizing agent. So that is the reason potassium permanganate is used as a very good oxidizing agent to carry out the reactions. We have done the reaction of potassium permanganate with sulfur dioxide with hydrogen sulfide. I have shown you also the reaction of potassium permanganate with sulfur dioxide. We have taken the potassium permanganate, a pink color solution and added sulfuric acid, acidified potassium permanganate. Then we passed sulfur dioxide gas through that. The pink color of potassium permanganate decolorized. So there the sulfur dioxide is the reducing agent, potassium permanganate is the oxidizing agent. Potassium permanganate oxidizes sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid, and sulfur dioxide reduces potassium permanganate to MnSO4, hence the pink color of potassium permanganate disappears. We have done the experiment and have seen the experiment and have seen how potassium permanganate loses its color. Now we will take this potassium permanganate, we will do the reactions with hydrogen peroxide and hydrochloric acid, then potassium iodide, few substances, whereas because we have halogen family, there you have hydrochloric acid, we have oxygen family, hydrogen family, we have hydrogen peroxide, and and some organic oxalic acid. We have a redox titration in our practical, so there you will be using oxalic acid, reaction of oxalic acid with potassium permanganate. If you now learn it how to balance the equation here, then there it will be very easy for you. So you will not be remembering this. There is nothing to remember. You know that potassium permanganate is reacting, will react, means who will react? The atom of the elements present in potassium permanganate will react. Who are the atoms present in potassium permanganate? Potassium, manganese, oxygen. So bus, the reaction starts. So once you practice the reaction, then there will not be any difficulty for you to remember. If you remember the reaction, there is every possibility we will be forgetting and then feeling difficulty. Now let's try the reaction of potassium permanganate in sulfuric acid medium with hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. Here hydrogen peroxide is the reducing agent here, and potassium permanganate is the oxidizing agent. So what will happen now? We will take potassium, we will write the equation for potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate have the elements potassium, manganese, oxygen, will form potassium oxide, MnO plus O, then 2MnO, 5O, 2KMnO4, as I have done earlier. Now we have potassium oxide is a metallic oxide, is basic, will react with sulfuric acid to form potassium sulfate plus water. It is balanced. Now then MnO will react with sulfuric acid to form MnSO4 plus water. Since 2 MnO are there, we multiply the equation by 2. Now we got, this is the reaction for acidified potassium permanganate. So there is a reaction for acidified potassium permanganate. We add and write. So we will get the, now the reaction 2KMnO4 plus 3 sulfuric acid. How I get 3 sulfuric acid? I am multiplying by 2. So this sulfuric acid is 2. 2 sulfuric acid, 3 sulfuric acid. And this forms K2SO4 plus 2MnSO4 plus 3 water plus 5O. So this is the equation for potassium permanganate in acidic medium. Now it will react with hydrogen peroxide. So what will happen now? Hydrogen peroxide H2O2 plus O. So here you have hydrogen positive, so this will react with O. So hydrogen peroxide will react with this to produce O2 plus water. O2 plus water. Question comes to your mind, why you are writing this? Now you see, hydrogen peroxide is a reducing agent. What is reducing agent? Reducing agent is one which produces nascent hydrogen. Reducing agent is one which produces nascent hydrogen. So it forms a 2H plus O2. This is the equation for hydrogen peroxide. So this 2H of hydrogen peroxide will react with O, this O of potassium permanganate to form water. So what I got H2O2 plus O forms me water plus O2. This is the equation I got and I wrote it here. Hydrogen peroxide is a reducing agent. Hydrogen peroxide is a reducing agent. It will subscribe nascent hydrogen. This nascent hydrogen will react with whom? With O of potassium permanganate. So let me add that. So how many O are here? 5 O are there. And so I will multiply this equation by 5 and add the equation. So if I add the equation, I'll get 2 KMnO4 plus 3 sulfuric acid plus 5 H2O2 hydrogen peroxide will give us potassium sulfate K2SO4, 2MnSO4. So we have here 5 water, then 3 water. We have 8 water plus O2, 5 O2. So this is the equation we got now. So what is happening? This potassium permanganate is becoming MnSO4 and hydrogen peroxide is becoming O2. So what is the color of potassium permanganate? The color of potassium permanganate is pink. We have seen last class, it's a pink color. And this MnSO4, this is colorless. Now question comes, why colorless and why colored? Because in potassium permanganate, I told you while teaching you valency, manganese is placed in D block of the periodic table, and manganese is a transition element. Manganese is a transition element. Transition elements exhibit variable valency states. That variable valency states is called oxidation number. We call that also oxidation number. So in potassium permanganate, and they are depending upon their valency state or oxidation state, they exhibit color. So potassium, they all transition elements, they exhibit color, they form color ion because of their incompletely filled d orbital configuration. So those things we will read when you will read atomic structure and periodic table. There you will read exhaustively all this. Just I am giving a awakening. I am awakening you that what is this, why potassium permanganate is colored? Because it is a transition element and it has a d orbital configuration, incompletely filled d orbital configuration, and because of that it is a colored one. Then what is the valency state of manganese here? KMnO4. You see oxygen, let us take it X. Let us take the valency state of manganese as X. So what is this, and what is the total valency of the potassium permanganate is 0. So what is potassium? Potassium is +1. What is oxygen? Oxygen is -2. Oxygen as oxide is always -2. We have done in the valency while reading the valency radicals. There I have told you the oxygen has oxidation, it's a charge -2 as oxide. So potassium is plus, so we'll have +1. Then manganese is X plus X, and oxygen is -2 into 4, that is 8, that is equal to 0. So X -7 is equal to 0. So X is +7. So in potassium permanganate, manganese is in +7 valency state. Our oxidation number of manganese is +7. Now what it is becoming? It is becoming MnSO4. In MnSO4, sulfate is minus 2. So manganese is X. So X minus 2 is equal to 0. So X is plus 2. So the valency state of manganese is decreasing from plus 7 to plus 2. Hence the color changes from pink to colorless. Then coming to, so we say the sulfur, who has done it? Now hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide reduced potassium permanganate to MnSO4, hence the pink color disappears. Then what has happened to hydrogen peroxide? In hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, so as peroxide, it is what? Hydrogen is plus 1, so oxygen is minus 1 here. So it is in minus 1, it is becoming what? 0. Hydrogen peroxide is becoming what? O2. What is the oxidation charge? It is 0. Molecule charge is what? 0. So there is an increase of positive valency or decrease of negative valency. So hydrogen peroxide, the oxygen, the valency state decreases from minus 1 to 0. Increases from minus 1 to 0. So it is oxidized. So hydrogen peroxide is oxidized by potassium permanganate, or hydrogen peroxide reduces acidified potassium So we will say hydrogen peroxide reduces acidified KMnO4, hence the pink color of KMnO4 disappears. The reduces acidified potassium permanganate 2. We can write it 2. MnSO4. Hence the pink color of potassium disappears, and hydrogen peroxide is oxidized to oxygen. So one is oxidized. Who is the potassium permanganate is reduced. What has happened here? Potassium permanganate is reduced and hydrogen peroxide is oxidized. Hydrogen peroxide is oxidized and this is reduced. So such reactions are called as redox reaction. It's a partial equation. We are learning balancing equation, but while teaching you balancing equation, I am teaching you oxidation, reduction, how to calculate valence state, everything we are learning. So don't say that I am balancing equation. While balancing equation, we are learning so many things. So that is the reason you try to know things, what is going on. If you do that once, and that is the best way how a student can do well in his life in chemistry. But if you remember the reactions, remember the equations, you will be forgetting and feeling disgusted. And here you will be having this potassium permanganate, you have in second year, sulfuric acid, you have in your second year, and these properties you will be studying there. So these reactions you will be writing, and often you will be writing these reactions. So let's come to another reaction we will take of potassium permanganate with hydrochloric acid. We will take potassium per next reaction. We are balancing. We are writing the balancing equation. We will take potassium permanganate plus dilute hydrochloric acid. Now what is happening here? Potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. So this produces what? K2O plus MnO plus 5O. So this is the equation for potassium permanganate. Now this is basic, this is basic, both are basic. This is basic. Why? Now because they are metallic oxide and hydrochloric acid is an acid. Hydrochloric acid is an acid. So hydrochloric acid will react with whom? With potassium chloride. Why? Now acid reacts with bases, to form salt and water. So we have K2O will now react with HCl. So in K2O, potassium charge is +1, oxygen is -2, hydrogen is +1, chlorine is -1. In potassium oxide, potassium is +1, oxygen is -2, hydrogen is +1, chloride is -1. So potassium chlorine chloride, they will form potassium chloride plus water. How many hydrogen are this side? 2 hydrogen. How many hydrogen here? 1 hydrogen. So we multiply by 2. And how many chlorine? 2. How many potassium? 2. So multiply this by 2. Now this is an atomic equation. It's balanced. Then we will come to MnO. MnO plus HCl will form MnCl2 plus water. MnCl2 plus water. So this is skeleton equation we got. Now we'll make it atomic. How many chlorine are here? 2. So multiply by 2. So now it's balanced. So in the equation we have 2 MnO. In the equation we have 2 MnO. So we'll multiply the whole by 2. Now then what will happen? HCl will react with O. Somebody may question, so why HCl will react with O? Now where is HCl? Chlorine. Now chlorine is placed in the 7th group of the periodic table. 7th A. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. As they are in 7th group, they have 7 oxygens, electrons in their outermost cell. So it has strong tendency to accept an electron. Who? Chlorine. To become chloride. So it can go to chlorine state now. This oxygen, this chlorine is an electronegative element and hydrogen is positive. So hydrogen will attract oxygen and leave out chlorine. So hydrogen is electropositive and oxygen is electronegative. Somebody may question, sir, why this reaction will take place? Question comes to mind. Now you see, more electropositive displaces less electropositive, more electronegative displaces less electronegative. Now as I told you in our periodic table, I told you that along a period the negative character increases. Along a period the negative character increases. Oxygen is in which group? Group 6. Chlorine is which group? Group 7. Group 7. But oxygen is more negative than chlorine. Oxygen is more negative than chlorine. Why? Now down the group, negative character decreases, positive character increases. So oxygen comes in the 2nd period, chlorine comes in the 3rd period. Chlorine comes in the 3rd period. Hence oxygen is more electronegative than chlorine. So since oxygen is more electronegative than chlorine, will displace chlorine. And hydrogen will go to oxygen and they will form water plus chlorine. This reaction. So this is atomic. We will make it molecular. Why molecular? Now because chlorine is a elementary gas. All elementary gas molecules are diatomic. So here we will make it Cl2. So Cl2. So 2HCl. Oh, it's balanced. But how many oxygen are here? 5 oxygen are here. How many oxygen are here? 5 oxygen. So we will multiply this equation by 5 and we will add the equations. We will cancel the equals. Potassium oxide cancels. MnO cancels, and O cancels. O and O cancels. So if you write the reaction, then what you get now? We'll have 2KMnO4. Then how many HCl? 2HCl, 4HCl. Here we are having 5. We are multiplying this by 5. 10. You see, we have 2HCl into 5. 10. 2 into 2, 4. and here is 2. So 2 plus 4, then 10, 16 HCl. We'll have 16 HCl. Will form what? 2 KCl, 2 MnCl2 plus water. How many water? We have here 5 water. 5 water. Here 2 water. Here 1 water. We'll have 8 water. We'll have 8 water plus 5 Cl2. So chloride is oxidized to chlorine, and potassium permanganate is now becoming MnCl2, and chloride become chlorine. So potassium permanganate, the color was pink. Its color was pink, and Mn plus 2, here the color is colorless. It is colorless. So what is happening here? Potassium permanganate oxidizes HCl to chlorine and gets reduced to MnCl2. So let us first write, then I will give a conclusion to you. Potassium permanganate oxidizes HCl to chlorine and gets oxidized and gets reduced to what? MnCl2. MnCl2. So the pink color of KMnO4 disappears. So children, what you learn from this? This is the happened. Okay, it happened. This reaction. But what it teaches us? It teaches us HCl reacts with the KMnO4, but sulfuric acid is not oxidized by KMnO4. But hydrochloric acid is oxidized by KMnO4. Hence, in all reactions involving potassium permanganate, whenever we are performing any reaction of potassium permanganate, we acidify by sulfuric acid, not by HCl. Why? Now the HCl itself is reacting with potassium permanganate. The potassium permanganate oxidizes HCl to chlorine. Oxidize HCl to chlorine. So we will not acidify potassium permanganate by HCl. We acidify always by dilute sulfuric acid. In dilute sulfuric acid, sulfur, if you calculate the oxidation number of sulfur or valence state of sulfur, sulfur is in +6 state. Sulfur is in +6 state. That is the highest state of sulfur. So it will not be oxidized. Potassium cannot oxidize dilute sulfuric acid. So see, one reaction you are balancing. If you close your mind with a balancing equation, you will not learn anything. But once you are balancing, try to know what is the chemistry behind this reaction. While balancing this, you try to know the chemistry. What is the chemistry behind the reaction? Why happens? What is the cause? If you go by this, if you do 4 or 5 reactions like this, then subsequent reactions, when they will come, you will have mind to write the product yourself, and you can know what's going on, and you will be using this. So you have halogen family in your groups, in your second year, HCl and potassium permanganate. There you will read this reaction. In practical also you will read this reaction. So this is useful, very, very useful reactions. Those reactions which you will be using in future while reading, you are solving finishing your courses. So those reactions I picked up, I am balancing them. I am not just balancing blindly the equations from a language of chemistry. You go on you open the language of chemistry book and go on reading them, balancing them. But what I am doing it, I am teaching you partial equation method balancing. At the same time, I am teaching you the chemistry behind the reaction. So those reactions, whenever you will read the families in inorganic chemistry, there you will not be feeling any difficulty. Now let me take potassium permanganate, KMnO4, in acidic medium dilute sulfuric acid. How it reacts with potassium iodide. So this is the oxidizing agent and it is the potassium iodide. Iodine, I minus, so -1 state, so it can be go to 0 state. Iodide always becomes iodine. Iodide always becomes iodine. So automatically potassium iodide will be oxidized to iodine. So here what will happen now? Because we have done the reactions, it is easy for us now, right? KMnO4 will form K2O plus 2MnO plus 5O. Then 2KMnO4 will form this. Then comes potassium oxide, MnO, both are basic, will react with whom? Sulfuric acid. So K2O plus sulfuric acid will give us K2SO4 plus water, and MnO will react with sulfuric acid to form MnSO4 plus water. Base react with acid to form salt and water. We multiply this equation by 2. Now what is happening? So this is the acidified potassium permanganate. Let us add this. So we'll get 2 KMnO4 plus 3 sulfuric acid. 3 sulfuric acid. We have potassium sulfate, 2 MnSO4 plus 3 water plus 5O. This is a standard equation of acidified potassium permanganate. So who is coming now? Potassium iodide is coming. Potassium iodide will react with whom? It will not react with whom? This. It will not react with this. It will react with whom? Oxygen and water. Sometimes question comes to the mind of a student, sir, how you, because you are knowing, you know it, you are writing. No, I'm always telling you why it will happen. Potassium sulfate is salt, will not react. MnSO4 is salt, will not react anymore. O is the oxidizing agent, electronegative element. Now if you go to the periodic table, I taught you fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and here is oxygen. Here is oxygen. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium. You have. So fluorine down the group, negative character decreases. So iodine is less negative than oxygen. Oxygen is also negative, iodine is also negative. But oxygen is more negative than iodine. Oxygen is more negative than iodine. Hence automatically we know that more negative displaces less negative. So potassium iodide will react with oxygen to form what? Potassium will go to whom? Potassium oxygen will form what? Potassium oxide and liberate iodine. So how many iodine, how many I2 here? 2. So 2 Ki balanced. Okay. Now how many O there? 5O. We multiply this by 5. Then K2O is what? K2O is a basic oxide. K2O is a basic oxide. And we have what here? Sulfuric acid. Acidic. So K2O will react with sulfuric acid to form K2SO4 plus water. K2SO4 plus water. So this is the total equation you got. Now you will balance. You see, this is called partial equation. We got the equation for potassium permanganate, then got the reaction of potassium sulfuric acid, balanced it, got it. Then we got the reaction of potassium iodide, and we are balancing each step. Hence we call this reactions or balancing equations by partial equation method. We are writing in different steps the equations, balancing it. Now let us add the equations and write the total equation, what's happening. So we have here 2 KMnO4 as such. Now you have K2O cancels, and here OO cancels. So 2 KMnO4. You have 3 sulfuric acid here, and here 1 sulfuric acid. Here 3 sulfuric acid, here 1 sulfuric acid. We'll have 4 sulfuric acid. Sorry. Here you see we have here K2O, and here 5 K2O. So we have to multiply this by 5. So we'll have 5 sulfuric acid, 3 sulfuric acid. We'll have 8 sulfuric acid. Then how many potassium iodide? 10 K potassium iodide. 2 Ki into 5. 10 potassium iodide. 10 potassium iodide will form what? K2SO4. 5 K2SO4. Here K2SO4, and here you will have again 5 K2SO4, 6 K2SO4, 6 K2SO4, then 2 MnSO4, then we'll have 3 water. Here you have 3 water, here you have 5 water, so 8 water. And then comes I2. How many I2? 5 I2. 5 I2. So potassium iodide is becoming iodine, and potassium permanganate is becoming MnSO4. Potassium permanganate is becoming MnSO4, and iodide, potassium iodide is getting oxidized to iodine. So here potassium iodide is colorless. This is a colorless, and but iodine is a violet color. And potassium permanganate is pink, and MnSO4 is colorless. So you, in the test tube, suppose you take a test tube, you took the potassium permanganate, we have added sulfuric acid, and we have added potassium iodide. So this color will become colorless, and we will have the gas will come out. We'll get you what iodine gas. So this is the iodine gas. So we'll get violet color, and here the potassium permanganate has become colorless. Very interesting reaction. You will take potassium pink color. Last class I have shown you. I have added sulfuric acid, past sulfur dioxide. So if you add just potassium iodide to that, you will find here slowly the pink color of potassium permanganate will be disappearing, and the violet gas will be coming out of the test tube. So we'll say what? Potassium permanganate KMnO4 oxidizes, or acidified potassium permanganate we can write also, acidified KMnO4 oxidizes potassium iodide to iodine, and gets reduced to MnSO4. So the pink color of KMnO4 disappears, and a violet gas and a violet color gas of iodine is liberated. So you see, children, whenever you are balancing one equation, don't get satisfied with I am doing balancing equation, because we have learnt, I have not told you to remember the balances of charges, formula of radicals. I went to the periodic table, and from the periodic table I got everything. Now when I am teaching you, I am getting the same knowledge from the whatever I told you this, you have, and I am using them and solving it. So they are the fundamentals. So you have to have, just like a seed, you put into the soil, and sunlight, air and water, when they come in contact, the seed germinates. So children, your knowledge, when synthesized by your learning process, it remains as a seed in your mind. The moment a question comes in the exam, you get the germination of there and you answer very correctly whatever questions are given. So instead of remembering and forgetting, struggling, feeling dejected, don't remember anything, try to understand everywhere, use the reasons behind it, and you will be a knowledgeable person and you will be doing excellent in your chemistry. Thank you very much. Next class I will be again solving some reactions of potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate.